Mark Gill somehow comes to visit me, and he's here.
I love it.
If you know Mark's here, you're going to get two things. You're going to get a great deal, you know that, and you're going to get something you really can use.
Yes, sir.
And I will tell you, Cuisinart, I would say a third of the things in my kitchen are made by Cuisinart. I love all their cookware. I love all their utensils, their appliances. I have a Cuisinart air frying oven that I'm like in love with.
Love them.
But this is a set that I'm calling the hourly giveaway.
I'm telling you.
Because Mark is presenting and giving us not 1, 2, 3. He's giving us 5 knives, and I'll let you go through them here. But let me tell you what they did. It was $29.95 when I looked at the flow sheet. That's our little sheet that tells us we have a couple of days ago. And somehow the little price fairy came down and dropped it to $18.95 with only $9.48 on a flex pay. You're gonna get all 5 of these knives for less than $20. And what did it come with? Sheaths. Sheaths.
Exactly. Lifetime guarantee. Are you kidding with this? Let me walk you through this, guys. These are the highlights of all of our sets. These are the big pieces that everybody gets when they get the bigger sets. And what we've done is we've streamlined this to all the pieces you're going to use all the time.
Everything you need.
So you're going to get your 8-inch chef's knife, which is where I'm going to start my presentation here in just a second. An 8-inch slicing knife. Wait till you see what I do with a salmon with that. You're going to get your 8-inch Santoku knife. You're going to get a utility knife. And you're also going to get that paring knife. And to Guy's point, have a look here. Every single one of them comes with a protective sheath. Now, why does that matter? Great for your fingers, great for the little guy's fingers, and I don't have to ask you for 20 bucks for a knife block, all right? So let's get going here. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice, guys, is those colors, and the colors are really something, but you know, we're talking like millions of individual knives and hundreds of thousands of these sets sold, and that's what it's all about. This is the type of cut you're gonna get from the Cuisinart knives every single time. So let me go ahead and put that there for just a second. Now, at its heart, Guy, these are stainless steel knives. They feel right in your hand. You know how they're gonna work, okay?
Yes.
But what's cool is we actually put, that's what these colors are, a ceramic coating over top.
Why do they do that, Mark?
Because ceramic knives, while fantastic, are really expensive and they can break, right? You want the advantages of ceramic without all of the downfalls, like the non-sticking, no scratching, no transfer of flavor. They don't wear anywhere near as fast as regular knives. And we have loaded this with features. And one of the ones that I'm gonna show you right off the bat, Guy, is the fact that we've sharpened this knife on both sides. Now that may not sound like a big deal to you, but if you've ever cut through a fruit or vegetable and the knife takes off in one direction or the other, that's a knife that's only been sharpened on one side. So I gotta tell you, I can't even express how much I love the control of this knife as the home chef. I mean, that's contact lenses out of grapes. I don't even know if you can see that live.
Wow, that's a good analogy. They look like contact lenses.
Isn't that something?
That's the kind of control you can get with a great knife, everybody. Remember, Flex Pay today is only $9.48. They dropped the price by $11 for the show. If you need new knives, or maybe you've got kids that just started an apartment or whatever, or you just need some extra knives to get around through the holidays, this is it for you. And by the way, $10 off your first HSN purchase if you get a brand new HSN credit card, which would make these knives $8.95. There's the credit card if you want it. You can go to hsn.com and just click on it, or you can call us if you'd like to. But realistically, whether you're a beginner, or whether you're an intermediate or an expert, you know what to look for. Maybe beginners don't know what to look for in a good knife. But as Mark said, having a stainless steel knife is important. Having a nice, solid, comfortable grip. But having that extra ceramic,
the ceramic
makes
is
life
fantastic,
easy.
exactly, all right? It toughens the knife, gives it longevity, gives it those beautiful colors. Now, we've also loaded this knife with features. You mentioned the soft grip contoured handle, which is great, but there's also a French tip on the end, which is the same angle that your wrist hits your hand with. And the reason that's important in a knife in the kitchen is because now you know exactly where that blade's gonna go. The two most important tools in any kitchen are clean hands and a good knife. So when you want perfect cuts every time, this is gonna do it for you. Now, they resist scratching and they even resist staining. Now, what's great about this guy is this is our 8-inch chef's knife, and this is just knife number 1. You know what I mean?
We haven't even started yet. I know, it's so great.
So let's talk about Santoku knives. They're one of everybody's favorites, and you can usually tell a Santoku by the fact that all these little divots are taken out down the side. And the reason you want that to happen is so that it releases from the food. But remember, these are ceramic on the outside. That means you're not gonna have that sticking problem, and to prove it, come on down here for a second. And this is one of the coolest demonstrations I do on live TV, and you are seeing this for real. I call it my father-in-law demo, because he always asks, Mark, what's caught on that board? And I gotta tell you, Andy, nothing.
That
There's
is-
nothing holding
that
that
is
thing down.
sweet.
That's what it's all about.
And I love that. Most people will just rely on a serrated knife to cut everything. And you know what? You're gonna when you use a serrated knife, you wind up tearing most of the
That's all
food.
you do is you
know
rip
what I
and
mean?
tear,
And I'm not putting down
exactly.
ceramic for bread. You can use a ceramic knife for bread. But I think I love the straight edge sharp knives. Or the
A lot more
sharpness
control,
these have.
a lot more you know where it's going to go. And you saw what I just did to that pineapple in a second. That's what's cool about this, guys. And when it comes to real world stuff, like the back of a pepper that you would normally have to use like a spoon or the back of a knife for, it works out about the same. This is Cuisinart. That blade, and I'm just doing this nice and slow, goes right through the skin of that pepper like it's not even there, and I love that. This is gonna replace your Santoku. This is gonna take care of your cheese knife. This is gonna be the one that you reach for your tomatoes and your quick chopping. And look at the clean cuts you're getting. To your point,
that's impressive. No stick.
that's what you're looking at.
Yep.
And, you know, just while I finish off the tomato and the caprese here, I also wanna tell you that this knife actually has an herb curve. That means that you don't need a mezzaluna now. And a mezzaluna is one of those curved knives.
It's a rocker.
Exactly. This will do it on its own. So listen, you really are replacing that drawer full of knives with a ceramic coating, which makes it easy to use, and that lifetime guarantee, which you're absolutely going to fall in love with.
All right, guys, here we go. Crazy busy. I knew it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. Everybody's like, what? Is that a whole set of knives? I would spend $75 on one decent Santoku
Yes, sir.
knife, and you're getting the entire set for $18.95. So you see FlexPay there. All FlexPay means is that we take the price, we divide it by 2, make it a little more easy on the pocketbook. So you get it home, you pay a little bit of shipping, handling, and tax, and then you try it out for 30 days. If you don't love it, you return it. But knives are probably the most important tool. They are the most important tool in the kitchen. Well, you know, if you're an auto mechanic, you go buy tools. That's what helps you to do your job. So if you have crappy knives or cheap knives, or you get a knife that's falling apart, or a knife that won't get sharp, you need to invest a little bit of money to get yourself brand new knives. Maybe you're thinking about a gift for somebody. Maybe you're like, you know what? I can get like 4 sets of these and use them as like stocking stuffers down the
Christmas is
road.
real close.
Right? You get a nice box with beautiful knives. You'd be amazed at how many people are like, it's too early. I'm like, it's a few months away.
It is.
It's coming.
It's tomorrow.
So
okay,
that totally
might
is.
as well be tomorrow.
All right. So I asked Mark to wait till the middle of the demo to do this, middle of this presentation, do this demo. Anybody out there, and most people will have the butcher skin fish, even though I would rather do it myself because it stays fresher, and some people like the skin on until the end, whatever. Watch what Mark does here, because this really gives you an idea of the versatility, the control, and the actual sharpness of these knives. And he just goes through that like butter.
And the fact that it doesn't cross odors as well is absolutely fantastic. You really did see that live, you guys. That's what it's all about. It's all about these incredible cuts, these precise cuts that you're going to get every single time. Guys spend a ton of money on their sushi knives. You're seeing these cuts. I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, you talked about uses and stuff like that. You and I both have, while I go to the freezer here, a young one that just got into college. And listen, we always think about getting the chairs and the couches and the this and the that, but they're going to need all kinds of stuff for that at first place. And a good set of knives, one that's going to last them and listen, be as rough on them as they need to be, is the way to go. So one of the knives that I love in this set, because it is so tough, is our utility knife. All right. Now here's what we did with our utility knife. We got this because people were like, husband's taking our knives or going out back. There's 2 levels of serration on here, a top and a bottom. So let me show you something kind of cool, okay? This is the knife that you're gonna grab for those jobs that aren't really, you know, the normal ones that are in the kitchen. So watch this. You wanna have some fun while it's still hot out, grab your favorite ice cream, just take off a little circle, cut a slit, 1 cookie, 2 cookie, and there's chocolate, toffee, raspberry cookie sandwiches in the blink of an eye. How fun is that? That's the kind of thing that you can do when you've got the right tools. So to be able to do something like this all summer for the kids and not have to break into what we think of as our good knives, that's a great way to go. The utility knife is perfect for that.
And you get all 5 knives. I can't emphasize enough the value. All 5 knives with the protective covers. These knives are all dishwasher safe, although I have a rule in my house. I wash all my knives by hand just because I don't like leaving sharp objects in the dishwasher. So I just think it's an accident way now. But you can do that if you want. My suggestion would be to rinse them, then put them inside the container, the little sheath, and then just run them through the dishwasher like that. You can do that. So $18.95 is our sale price, lowest price ever offered. If anything ever happens to any of these knives, for the lifetime of the knife, which could be whatever, 10, 20 years, whatever it is, they will replace them for you for free. So these have a lifetime warranty on them. Not many companies will do that with a product because it's expensive to do. You know, you could break it, the handle, whatever. You know, but I'm telling you, it's a great way to be able to get some peace of mind when you're buying this knife. We are down to about 30 seconds, Mr. Mark.
Well, we've also got our paring knife. And now these knives are important because these are the knives that you cut towards yourself with when you're doing that small work like fruits and veggies. And I just want you to see here how fast and easy these go through even the smallest of vegetables. And like I said, when you've got a knife that you're going to cut towards yourself with some of your jobs, you want to make sure again that that blade is world class and you know right where it's going to go.
That's the grandma cut.
That's the grandma cut.
Hold the knife and cut it towards you.
Exactly
I
right.
don't recommend it, but a lot of grandmas would say I'm wrong. That's the way you're supposed to cut. Anyway, all right. Listen, we're so busy. We're gonna kind of shorten this presentation just a little bit because I know you got tons of people online. Maybe let those phones settle down a little bit. Mr. Gill, great job as always.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna keep cutting
Beautiful
away.
food. All right, guys, we're gonna step away for a sec.